My dear brothers and sisters, my name is Agha Abdul Sattar. I am represent to an NGO named North South Initiative for Human Rights based in Malaysia. I am working on education and labor law violation cases for refugee and migrant workers here in Malaysia. Why I am doing this justice work? An unending series of injustices have been continued in my life. I will start with the earliest incident that happened in my life, which has thrown the lives of me and my late mother and my siblings into injustice since childhood. When I was 7 year old, at the time of my father's death, my uncles stole and sold our property, rendering us as a family homeless. It was not a small property. My father left 4 houses and 2 shops for us because I have paid for injustices since I was a child. All my property was sold by relatives. The one who does injustice very boldly does injustice. I know people are not afraid of doing injustice at all. Why aren't they afraid of doing injustice? Rather, the one with whom injustice has been done, he is very scared. But why? Because the rest of the people is in the society should help him or speak up for him. Those people are silent or they ignored it. On the contrary, they frightened the one who had faced injustice and repeatedly urged him to remain silent. Remember, it is very dangerous for this society. This is the biggest this is the biggest reason why injustice is spreading all over the country. I think that no matter how much evil, mischief, dishonesty, immorality, and corruption, all these injustices, if locked in a big box with a lock, this box only opens with a lie. That is the key to box is just a lie. We were not only deprived of our education, food, social, economic, that is, our lives were somehow completely paralyzed. That is, they were forced to live through the acidic, acidic scattering of society. In that case, we would have to pay for every evil in society. And we didn't. But in the darkness of totally paralyzed justice, these are all reasons. As a result, the entire society and even the entire country is exposed to injustice. And as a result, a large number of people are directly oppressed and compelled. So we should not ignore even a small injustice. That's why I am doing this justice work for human. The next question is for me, why do I want to focus on education and how it will benefits the children? Okay, when you see people in your country or society just talking about system breakdowns and not working properly in the field of action, then understand that you can only give the evils of the society to the generation coming in the field of action. It is a pity that now the whole society has dis- deteriorated in every way. Your coming nation, no matter how many excellent institutions you study at, but because it grows only by getting the best education from these institutions. And when the service of the country falls into their hands, then your spoiled environment gets worse because these children have all kinds of skills in these institutions, but they have been trained by your corrupt society. The same is true of my country. The country has always been ruled by those who have graduated from the best institutions in the best countries of the world. Then their children also ruled, but this corrupt society is being corrupted by more injustices. So, the people involved in these institutions have the biggest hand in this. Education is a basic rights of every child. I say that along with education, training is also a basic rights of every child, and that training can take the child away from the from regular preparation to deal with the ills of their society. I started working hard when I was 7 years old. I was worked at a restaurant. My job was open the restaurant every morning at 5 o'clock. At 7 in the morning, I walked 8 kilometers to school. My breakfast was just a cup of tea and a biscuit. The school was closed at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I walked 8 kilometers back to the restaurant daily but hungry. I had lunch back at the restaurant at 2:30 or 3 p.m. And on the way back from school, the sun was very hot and the restaurant would close at 12:30 at night. My job was to make milk tea over a wood fire. Because I was little, I used to stand on the stool. I also endured the heat and smoke of this stove. And still, in society here, I feel the same smoke and the same heat of injustice. And it wasn't easy for me to do my homework on duty. If you talk about what I have just told you about myself, you can understand the state of this society. But at the same time, I continued my education. So when I see a child at work and he sees other children going to school with sad and painful eyes, so that hurts me. That heart hurts because I have seen this pain and suffering. We have heard from our elders, when you someone doing injustice to when you see someone doing injustice to a poor person, then don't ignore it, because if ignored, then those injustices will be borne by your coming descendants. Thank you very much. God bless you all.